Yusuf Al Sanad. And yeah, guys and gals, if you haven't seen the previous live stream, which was the first episode of Talking Cinema, yours truly has spoken about, I believe it was, yeah, the new wave of French extremity, which was basically a discussion on the French horror films, French extreme horror films, which were really good and so awesome, even though they were quite dark and grim and very graphic in nature. But for this second episode, I want to be discussing with you guys and gals battles fought within, which is basically a tale in cinema or any tales told in fiction, which I love so damn much. I mean, this kind of tale basically involves the protagonist who have to overcome their greatest battle and their greatest enemy, and that's themselves, here and here. It's the kind of tale I love so much in any stories told in fiction because it's all personal and it's all real. There is nothing artificial or fake about it. Everything about the protagonist having to overcome their own personal demons and struggles and pains, that is something a lot of people can relate to, and it's so universal. I just love these kind of stories so much, and I also love how you have a character who is pushed to his or her breaking point, and they have to overcome this struggle, this pain of theirs, and learn what it is that they are dealing with, because a lot of times these characters don't understand their own pain and their own hardships. It can be about mental illness, sexual orientation, it can be about you living in a society or a community that don't understand you and that you are basically conditioned to think the way they do. And such films like this, which is very personal and deep and has a special place in my heart, A Monster Calls, Frozen 2, and we also have Hellblade, Senwa's Sacrifice. Hellblade, Senwa's Sacrifice is a really good game. It's a lot more than just a game. It's very much like a experience and very much like a going through a sort of cathartic phase in the life of this young woman who is basically a picked warrior, otherwise known as a Woad. And Senwa is one of many picked warriors, and I love what she and also Elsa and Anna from Frozen 1 and 2 and what the young boy Connor O'Malley endures, goes through, and essentially overcomes in A Monster Calls, and that's his personal demons. All of them in general have something to overcome. The one thing that hit me most about Connor O'Malley from A Monster Calls, and by the way, this movie was recommended to me by Boobop 1987, who's also known as Rebecca Lombarkley, I think that's her name. Yeah, I'm going to add the link for her channel down below in the description box. What Connor goes through is just so relatable and just so sad, but also really beautiful and so cathartic, like I mentioned with Senwa in Hellblade. It resonated with yours truly in so many ways, and the line spoken by the monster himself or the creature himself, who essentially is the best friend and soulmate of both Connor O'Malley and his mother. I mean, that really hit me the most, is the fact that he was her monster long before he was her son's monster. For her to see him right before she dies, that her old friend is there, the smile on her face basically spoke volumes of how happy she was to see her old friend once more. It was the equivalent of, Finding Neverland or Peter Pan Part 2, which is basically when Wendy meets Peter for the first time after so many years, and Peter was like, "Wendy, is that you? You've changed." And he was very disappointed, but Wendy responded with, "No, she may have gotten older, but she is still the same Wendy he befriended, and the same Wendy who's never forgotten about him. No matter how old she got, she will never forget Neverland, just like she will never forget Peter and Tinkerbell, that fucking little bitch Tinkerbell." But yeah, Connor O'Malley, he is not to blame. What's happening to his mother, his beloved mother, who's played by Felicity Jones, she was so great. I fucking love her so much. I mean, she is one of my all-time favorite actresses. She is a genuinely beautiful human being. I can tell that by her eyes and just by the way she talks. talks. You can tell so much about a person by their eyes, not by their face or whatever bullshit like that. No, it's all about the eyes and what lies within, you know? I love that shit so much. She also wants Connor to understand that it's not his fault. She wants him to know that whatever she's going through and whatever he has to overcome, it's not his fault, and that the only thing she wants him to do, if he feels angry and if he feels like he wants to break something, he wants to fucking shatter everything in the room he's in, then by God you do it, is what his mother encourages him to do, so long as he finds the strength and will in him to continue moving forward. And that's what Connor O'Malley is forced to face. It's the fact that it's not his fault, and the fact that people die. Sometimes you can't control the outcome of how people die, especially people who die way too early in life. It's unfair, yes, but that's how life works. Life is not fair, as Severus Snape from Harry Potter once said. And yeah, guys and gals, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I also love how in Frozen 2, Elsa and Anna, more so in Frozen 2 than in Frozen 1, how Elsa and Anna are trying to confront and rectify the errors of their grandfather's past. Their grandfather has done so many terrible things. I love also how Elsa and Anna are learning how to grow up as individuals and finding their places in the world, and they truly have become closer as sisters, as friends, and truly as soulmates. It really is beautiful. It's like, you know, one of those special bonds in fiction and just special bonds in real life. You only have that one special bond with someone who you truly love more than anyone else, more than your own family, more than your own spouse or whatever, because spouses come and go and your families will die at some point, and it's very much the same kind of bond which Elsa and Anna shared. And I love how by the end, just like how Frozen 1 began with Anna asking Elsa if she wanted to build a snowman, and by the end it's Elsa asking Anna that question, hey Anna, do you want to build a snowman? And boy oh boy, I was crying, man. I mean, I was crying with so much joy and joyful tears. I was just, you know, so fucking happy. I was like like that, you know, I mean, that's how happy I was. And she brought Olaf back. My God, I love Olaf so much. Olaf is the man, or the snowman. I just love Frozen 2 so much, man. It's so beautiful. And that brings me to Hellblade. Hellblade, wow. Where do I begin with Hellblade? Senwa's sacrifice. I cannot wait for Hellblade 2, which should be fucking awesome. It really should be awesome. But Hellblade 1, man, I mean, it was so fucking awesome to see how the whole game, as short as it was centered on Senwa having to overcome what's in here and having to overcome what's in here. It's very much what I spoke about how in Monster's Call or Monster Calls, people die, and sometimes you cannot control the outcome, if you can even control such a thing, because people aren't gods. There is only one God, and life and death is in his hand and no one else's. And that's something which Senwa herself, the picked warrior, a badass picked warrior who's so much like Guts from the manga slash anime Berserk. I love Guts so much, and Senwa is both her own woman, her own warrior, fighter, and struggler, but she is also in many ways like Guts in what she endures, and the fact that you can beat her down as much as you want, but you can never keep her down for long. And that's the kind of fighter and survivor I love so much. And her roar, man, her fucking roar, I love that fucking shit so much, I really do. But those are the tales which I'm a huge sucker for, just like I'm a huge sucker for a tale of a father and daughter bond. And it's so beautiful to see those kind of, you know, tales brought onto the big screen or to the small screen. And I'm done discussing the topic of this second episode of Talking Cinema, Battles Fought Within, and hope you guys and gals enjoyed the discussion and topics. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream or the video. Do like, comment, subscribe if you wish, and until next time, peace out, take care, adios amigos, au revoir, and sayonara.